So the name of the book is Entering the Temple of Light, Chambers That Open Your Heart. I mean, that really tells it all. It's a great name for this book. Nancy Kimes is the author of the book. She's in our virtual green room. She joins us now in Author's Corner here on America Tonight with me, Kate Delaney. Nancy, wow, your book is so much about light. It really is. I mean, you nailed it in so many different areas, but I don't have to tell you that. That's why you're here. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So your book is, you talk about meditation, you talk about inspiration, you talk about healing. How important is that to your life, and what led you down this path?
Well, it is. As you probably know, and through my bio, I've been on this journey of self-discovery through metaphysics for over 30 years. So meditation is a very, very important thing to recognize and utilize, because it will help get you centered and help dissolve some of your thoughts, the problems that are happening in your life, and you get centered, and this is just so important in meditation. And I wrote the book as we had discussed before, that the book is really about not only just people who are beginning their meditation, but also people who want to expand their meditation. I often find, and I know there are many books out there on meditation, and I wanted to really narrow it down, because about 50% of the population, they feel things, they sense things, and the other 50, they really have a hard time quieting. They have a hard time quieting their mind, but also they don't feel that they're visual. And then we've got that gray area of people that say, no, it doesn't work for me. I can't do it. I can't see. I can't feel. And I just want to say to those people, and everyone that is listening, it's not about that. It's about letting go of control and allowing the process to happen in meditation. And so I give some very key instructions on how you can begin your meditation, just very simple steps, because we don't live in a simplistic world, especially nowadays, and we need to get back to the basics. And meditation really, really helps. As your listeners and your viewers probably know, that with meditation, it's about listening. It's about tuning yourself in. It's about allowing. It's about letting go of fear. And I just really feel that is so important. It's really nothing, although some feel it's similar to prayer, but with prayer, you are in more control, because you are you're stating what your wishes are, what your desires are for yourself or for someone else. But in meditation, you're listening, and it's so important to listen for guidance.
And for you, you're so skilled in this, and you show people this, and you've done this for, what did you say, 30 years, and being that person in the metaphysical community where you practice it and you help people, and you're a life coach. And what is that like when because I think there's lots of people that are in that gray area that give up and say, oh, I can't meditate. Mm-hmm. Oh, Nancy, I'd love to. I'm so busy. I'm busy. My head is all these thought bubbles. When you get somebody to connect to that and you see that they fall into that gap, what is that like?
Oh, well, I can see that they are trusting. You can see that on their face, when you're guiding them in a meditation. They're trusting the process. They're taking deep breaths. they're learning to relax, they're learning to let go, and that is the key, learning to let go. And it's a step-by-step process. It may take a few tries, but it doesn't mean it's not working. It is always working. It's just we get in the way of our meditation at times because doubts come in, and we need to, process that and say, well, what is going on? Why am I keeping myself from doing this important step in my life? So it really boils down to, fear and doubt within yourself. But if you'll just let go and let the process work for you, oh my gosh, it will be just a triumph for you. So, that's kind of the way I look at it.
Oh, it will be a triumph. So let's just give everybody a little sneak peek. In the book, Entering the Temple of Light, Chambers That Open Your Heart. You can get it on Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Give us one of the tools. Give us one of the great tools that you talk about for inner reflection.
Well, the first thing is love. So I have 10 chambers in the book that you actually go through, and they take you gradually building your steps in the meditation process. So, love is extremely important, and learning to love yourself, forgiveness, healing, vibration and sound, energy, mirrors. Now, mirrors, that's amazing, because when you go to, say, a circus and there's a fun house there and you're going through mirrors and you see all of these reflections of who you are, and sometimes it's hard to find your way out. And you want to look at it as all those reflections are part of you, and it's accepting what is going on. And before you know it, those mirrors, you will find your way out, you will maneuver. And this is what meditation is about. It's the reflection of your inner self, that inner voice that wants to come to you, to reflect the important and primary parts in your life that you're working on and working through, and will help guide you. Oftentimes we get in our own way, and so we need to learn, and that takes a little practice, but we need to learn to get out of our way, let those boulders in front of us move to the side so we can continue on the path that we're wanting to build, that journey. It's all about the process, not the destination, really. It's about the process, because if you work with the process, you're going to get to the destination eventually.
Oh, I like that. Work the process and go through the chambers. When people read your book, and you're really sprinkling it throughout this conversation, what do you hope they take away? The people that are listening to us say, I'm going to get Nancy's book. What do you hope they take away?
Listening to their inner self, because it is a personal journey. It's an inward journey. It's a journey sometimes that you're always wanting to see proof that this works or this happens. And what you need to do is just to allow the journey to unfold, to start. And don't sabotage yourself in the beginning by already setting up, I can't do this. Because when you set that up, what's going to happen? That's going to come true for you. You cannot do this. So you need to do positive reinforcements within your mind, and have faith. Believe that the process is going to work for you.
Yeah, have the faith, go through the process. And for your life, from the first time you discovered it to now, what does that feel like? That just crushes anxiety, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Learning to relax, letting go of stress, letting go of anxiety. This going to help on so many levels, because symptoms that people have that have names, connected to it, that's going to help loosen. It opens up your mind, your heart, your breathing, your confidence, your belief in your expression of the world. And some people have a hard time expressing that. So these chambers that they go through, at the end of each chamber, there is a reflection as in an exercise that they have on themselves, where they can go within and they can figure out the challenges on their own and be able to let those challenges go.
Perfect place to end this. Who doesn't want that? Entering the Temple of Light, Chambers That Open Your Heart, Nancy Kimes. You can get the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever great books are sold. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kate.